And hello, welcome to this video. In this video, I want to talk about how to set up a cross-platform-like environment, or more Linux-like working environment for .NET Core. Now, of course, in Windows, you can use Visual Studio, which is native to Windows. You can just download the Community Edition. However, if you're like me, you like Linux, developing on Linux, and sometimes you're forced to develop on Windows, maybe because computers at your workplace or school or whatever, they use Windows. Alright, so somehow you got to use Windows stuff to develop .NET. Now, there's nothing wrong with using Visual Studio. However, the thing is this: if you start using Visual Studio, chances are you're going to get stuck on Visual Studio and all the conveniences it provides, or perhaps the certain workflow that Visual Studio likes to give you. Okay, so if you try to move to Mac or to Linux, okay, then problem is that then you have to start relearning things all over again. Consequently, if you started with Linux and then now you're moving over to Microsoft, you have a certain way of working already. So for example, with the .NET Core CLI, alright, so if for whatever reason you want to avoid Visual Studio, this is for you. So that if you develop, you have a certain workflow that you want to avoid Visual Studio, you can do it on Microsoft as well, Microsoft Windows as well, you can do it. Okay, first thing first is not to install Visual Studio Code, though that's important. First thing first is to actually install .NET, the .NET, what do you call that? Command line interface. Okay, and your default shell will not be the command prompt, as you can see here. Your default shell will be PowerShell. Right, this is PowerShell. Alright, okay, I slightly changed the fonts, but this is more or less what it looks like. If I want to make the terminal nicer to use, a little bit more Linux-y, okay, the thing is that you can use you can make the font size larger, okay, or the cursor size larger. Use Ctrl+Shift+C, Ctrl+Shift+V as copy and paste. Alright, right, you can increase the font size a little bit. Alright, screen buffer, that one don't touch. Okay, this one is if you want to make your screen look nicer, you can do so using a green font. This way it looks almost like OpenSUSE. Okay, whereas for pop-up text and background, pop-up text, I guess you can use it to maybe cyan or dark blue color, something like that. Okay, after that, close, open up PowerShell, and you'll be greeted with a nicer looking thing, a little bit friendlier on the eyes for long-term development. Okay, so next thing, of course, one nice thing to do is to open the file location here, and of course shift this, make sure you can open it up with Ctrl+Alt+T. Very nice Linux-like shortcut. Okay, and there you go. Ctrl+Alt+T. Okay, so this should be a nice font size, hopefully. If not, you can always switch it a little bit smaller. Alright, and that's the first part. Okay, so this should be comfortable-ish. Okay, I've already installed Vim on this thing, so you can actually do Vim. Okay, like so. I can quit everything as well. So that's the deal with PowerShell. Okay, why deal with PowerShell? Because the .NET install script is written in a PowerShell format. Not only that, the .NET install script is when you use Visual Studio Code and you open the terminal within there, alright, the default shell I see is PowerShell. It is not command prompt. And the nice thing about PowerShell is that most of the commands, at least I found, were very Linux friendly. Okay, so for command prompt like this, if I use ls and all that, clear. I had to program this in manually in order to use it like a Linux terminal. But for PowerShell, it's a lot friendlier. Okay, so let me open the file, the .NET PowerShell install. This is what it looks like. Okay, go here, go to let me open up. Okay, CD downloads. Yep, and yeah, the nice thing about PowerShell, I don't know how to show you like manually. The nice thing about PowerShell is that it what do you call that? Yeah, it has these Linux-like commands. Okay, so let's do the .NET install script. So this is the .NET install script, PowerShell 1, .NET install. Okay, .NET install PowerShell 1, and this is supposed to be able to install PowerShell. Unfortunately, it cannot be loaded because running scripts is disabled on this system. So there is something you must do first in order to be able to execute these install scripts. So PowerShell execute script. Just search that on Google. Of course, I will of course provide all these links. Okay, security error. Okay, set execution policy. Okay, you can execute this in PowerShell. You'll need to open this in an administrator. So close PowerShell. Let's run this as administrator. Okay, and then what you need to do is set execution policy. Execution policy remote signed. Okay, so this is going to help allow you to run scripts within PowerShell. So once you're done, just you can exit. Okay, I will run it without the administrator access. So let's go to downloads, or rather I'll just run PowerShell downloads from here. So you notice this it's okay, cd or ls downloads. Okay, where is my downloads folder? Okay, come on. Okay. Oh, it must be under my username. Okay, so cd users. Okay. Oh, my downloads folder is here. CD downloads. Okay. So here's my .NET install. Let me try running this again. I hope I do not have to run it in PowerShell. Okay. So, there are a few things you should note. Note that the intended use of the script is for CI continuous integration scenarios, where the SDK needs to be installed without user interaction and without admin rights. So that's why you can do it without the administrator rights. SDK installation does not need to persist across multiple continuous integration runs. Okay, to set up a development environment or run apps, use installers rather than this script. Okay, go to .NET Microsoft.com download to get the installer. Okay, so you can use this as well. Okay, this is the .NET SDK, which you can download as well. Of course, so this is the sort of a lightweight-ish version. Okay, but of course you can download this .NET SDK as well. It's nice if you have both, but I'll just save this first. I'll try not to use it unless absolutely necessary. So this guy will just extract the archive, and it will do stuff. So might take a while. Might take a while. So I'll just leave this shell to do. Okay. All right. Now we have it. Okay, adding current process to path. Okay, this change will not be visible if PowerShell is running as a child process. Installation finished. So now you should be able to run .NET. Okay, .NET is here. .NET run. Okay, it will complain that there is no project file, so that's a good thing. Now, thing is that if you exit this thing and you try to run PowerShell again, you try to run .NET, it will complain that .NET isn't there. All right. So how do you then make this change permanent? Okay. So you look at this one. It says how to make .NET globally accessible in Windows PowerShell. This is what you should use, and this is the script you should use. However, if you just copy and paste right here, you'll find that there's an issue. Okay, could not find part of the path, C Windows blah blah blah, profile.ps1. Okay, you cannot find, you'll complain that there is no profile.ps1. Okay, so we'll need to take a look at profiles. Profiles are a little bit like the bash RC of PowerShell. So as bash RC is to bash, this PowerShell will have this profile thing right here. Okay, so I actually want to get .NET included for all users and all hosts. Okay, how do I do so? Okay, so there will need to be a profile.ps1 under the PS home, PowerShell home directory. Okay, so I can do cd ps home, and it will tell me where the PowerShell home is. So I need to make a notepad file right here in Windows System 32 Windows PowerShell v1.0. Okay, so I will just use notepad, okay, or vim, however you like. Okay, I'll save as profile.ps1 and just save it as a blank file. Okay, let's open the file location. Yeah, I can't even remember where I saved it. Save as. Okay, profile.ps1. Okay. Oh shoot, notepad. Let's open again. Okay, great. I totally lost it. Never mind. We'll save it on the desktop as a new one. Profile.ps1. Okay, save it as such on the desktop, because that's all you need. Let's go to desktop and just save profile.ps1. Okay, capital P. Yep, and this should appear here, profile.ps1. Let's check the case. It should be uppercase profile, uppercase P. Okay, we need to drag it into Windows System 32. So we just open Explorer here. And okay, we drag the profile in here. Okay, you need administrator permission, so just say OK, and that's fine. Okay, once we do that, okay, when we get this data, okay, I want to make it available for all users or hosts. Okay, there is a way to do it. Okay, you should use the profile dot all user or hosts. This is what the variable should be. Okay, over here the variable is current user all hosts. I want to change it to all users all hosts. So I'm just going to copy and paste. This here. Alright, and then I'm going to change this to all users all hosts. Okay, then this should be okay. Alright, so now exit. Okay, exit and open PowerShell again. Open PowerShell. Okay, ls. Oh yeah, the Control L really works like a Linux shell, the Bash shell. So this is very nice to use for Linux users. Okay, so PowerShell's here. What do I need to do? I try .NET now. Oh, okay. This is interesting. That should not be the case. Okay, try again. Okay, I'll try this again. Add content into the path. All users, all hosts. Okay, .NET. Oh, that's funny. Okay, go to downloads again. Okay, we're going to use the .NET install scripts. .NET. Okay, so that's okay. Let me try again. .NET. Okay. That was very, oh, yeah. Okay, CD downloads first. Execute the .NET script. Okay, and then next thing is to add this content. All users, all hosts. So let's see whether .NET is found in this folder. Yeah. Okay. CD C users. Okay. My username, app data, local, Microsoft, .NET. Okay. So the .NET exe is here. All right. So I'm going to add it again. Just to make sure, let's go to PS. Let's go to the profile. Oh, I think I know why. I forgot to do it as administrator. PS home. So let's do Explorer. Okay, Explorer at this place. Okay, let's take a look at the. Oh, okay. I added it 4 times, so that wasn't really necessary. Okay, save it. .NET. Exit. Okay, .NET. Oh, yeah, that was not expected. Okay, so yeah, all right. I think instead, okay, here's what I'm going to do. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy this code, and the thing is that instead of using the add user, I'm going to do for all users, all hosts. All users, all hosts. Okay, I'm going to put my username manually here. Alright. And then I'm going to run .NET. Okay, I have to exit. Let's open the thing again. .NET. Oh. Okay. Funny, that was working just now, but okay. Maybe installing this is the thing. I'm gonna try installing this, and then I'll try the same trick again. Okay, I'll open this up. Okay, I'll install this quickly. Alright, install. It's almost done. And yeah. Wait, why did I open 2 copies? Okay. So I've installed it. Let's use .NET. Okay, I'm going to add the content to the file path again. All users, all hosts. Goodness. cd downloads .NET installed PS1. Adding to current process path. Okay. Yeah, but now the .NET's working. Okay, I don't know why. Alright, so anyway, I hope this thing works by the time VSCode is installed. Something's still buggy with this. Oh, right. Now it's working. Oh, look at this. Now it's working. So it looks like I need to do like both of them. I need to install this SDK thingy. This SDK thingy with, and now I need to do it with the what do you call that? Downloads. Yeah, I have the .NET install script. Okay, I did this PowerShell profile thing, made it globally accessible, and made a new PowerShell profile. Okay, so that's how I got to use .NET. The combination of the above. Okay, I don't know if you can omit this step for the .NET install scripts. Maybe you can, maybe you can't, but this is what I did, and I'm happy with it. It works. I don't know what else to do. Yeah. So next thing to do is to install VSCode, because VSCode is technically speaking cross-platform. Okay, so I'll just save it. Okay, this is if you really want to avoid Visual Studio at all costs, which for my case I would like to. Yeah. Okay, let's open VSCode. Oh dear. Setup's currently running, accept agreement. Okay, put in a Visual Studio Code folder. Okay, I'll add the open with code, make a desktop icon, and I'll, okay, I need to, oh, this thing adds to path. Okay, that one requires a shell restart. Okay, so that just installs VS Code. Now there are a few nice add-ons to VS Code. The most important one being Vim VS Code Vim. Okay, and next thing, okay, of course you can do Neo Vim as well. Okay, but Yeah, we can do NeoVim or we can do Vim. I'm just more used to Vim. Okay, I don't know why. What's this? This is quite interesting. Alright, yeah, but I'm just gonna do the Vim thing. Okay, so for VS Code Vim, look to this part that says extensions. Look for Vim. Okay, this one will help you have your Vim bindings here. Okay, you can have Git as well, or GitHub. Okay, there are a lot of Git thing over here. Okay, of course you can open the new terminal and see whether Git's installed. Git, okay, no, Git is installed already. Alright, I already installed Git before because GitHub, Git install, Windows. Yeah, you can definitely install this for Git for Windows. That's already okay. Yeah, so if you already installed Git, then you don't really have to worry. It comes together with the PowerShell and everything. If not, you might want to install. You can go check out how I did it in my YouTube video series. I mean, there are lots of other videos. You don't have to watch mine. That's fine. But yes. Anyway, so there is the code that I want. Again, where is it? .Net. Okay, GitHub. And I'm going to search my own. I'm going to search my own files. I'm going to open my own dwsim.net core libraries. Okay, and I'm going to git clone into the documents area. Okay, so you can see that when I just open terminal, open a folder. I'll go to documents, and I can, maybe go YouTube. Oh, is it dwsim? Nah. I'll open this folder, and I can clone a repository, as you can see. Okay, you can trust the authors if you want. Okay, next thing you do is just open a terminal. Go to terminal. This is Control-Shift power or whatever, the apostrophe. So git clone whatever repository. I'm going to put it here, and here is this. Okay, I want to change the folder to this folder. So I open the folder, which I want it now to be this one. Select. VS Code will do it for you. Alright, and I can open whatever class I want. For example, class1.vb, you can open the terminal. Okay, and I can even check out my branches. Okay, so I can do git branch A. Okay, so I can git check out feature XML lammps XML reader. Okay, so over here what I do is, yeah, I can start running .NET. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, it's working here, but it's not working over here for some reason. Okay, maybe I'll just do the same things again. I'll try to run that script. Go to downloads, and I'll run the .NET install. Okay, and then I will, of course, I'll run this script again, which is kind of pointless, but and maybe even redundant. Okay, I'll go all users, all hosts. I'll do .NET. Okay, I close VS Code, open VS Code. Where's VS Code? Visual Studio Code. Okay, I'm going to add it to the taskbar. And I'm going to drag it here. Oh yeah, it's already here. Good. Alright, so let me open the terminal and see whether there's the .NET here. Maybe it works, maybe it does not. .NET. Okay, so at least this works. Okay, I don't know why it didn't work the last time, but it seems to work now. I'm happy with it. Okay, we have a .NET. And let's do .NET Run, or .NET Build at least. .NET Build, netcore DWSim XML libraries. Okay, if you want to, we can increase the font size. Alright, so the nice thing about this is that we can use the Vim. I'm going to use J and K to move up and down, as you can see here. I can open the command vsplit. Okay, and this will actually split it into left and right parts. And of course, the Vim key bindings all do work. So for example, if I go to iXML reader, DWSim XML reader, okay. Let me go to DWSim XML reader again. Yep, I can switch between both of them using Ctrl WW. Okay, I can turn on. I'll use when I'm in the normal mode, set relative number. Okay, and that will enable you to do the relative number thing. So I just look at the number here. Let's say I want to point my cursor to 14. Go 14 up. If I want to point my cursor to 25, go 25 down. And that's it. I can press ZZ as I did to make that Vim thing work. Okay. I can even open a terminal tab by pressing :terminal. As you can see, the command is actually written over here. Okay, so the command is written over here. You can see what the Vim command is. Just open that terminal and a PowerShell terminal will pop up. Okay, again, terminal. And you can see the PowerShell terminal will pop up here. Alright, if you want to, I guess the font size is a little bit small for me. I'm straining my eyes here. Okay, so I'm going to look for preferences. Let's see whether I can find some settings that text editor, font. Let's increase the font size maybe to 20. Oh, okay, this is much better. And let's take a look at the terminal font. Okay. So this is our font. It's a lot bigger. In fact, a little bit too big. Yeah. But here's our settings. Where's our settings? We'll put the font size maybe at 16. Okay, so this is a little bit more bearable than it was just now. And I can close terminal. I can also hopefully change the settings here. Okay. You can see we have a lot of terminals here. We can actually configure terminal settings right here. And let's see. You should be able to find some font settings to make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, here are your font settings. Let's put it at maybe 16. Okay, so it's a little bit more bearable. Okay, so settings for terminal, you can actually set it here. Alright. Okay, what did I just do? Secondary sidebar, toggle panel. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so let me delete this shell. I do not need this. Oh, okay, so this is like making the terminal full screen. Okay, so it's still pretty new to VS Code, but this is what you do. Again, I still prefer Vim because everything is, you can kind of navigate through the windows using using keyboard. And I find that going to the mouse, yeah, really is a little bit slower than I'd like. However, this is pretty much a way to get VS Code working. Okay, I can bring the terminal a bit bigger here, and you can see that this thing works. Okay, if I use the .NET C command line interface, it works perfectly here in the PowerShell, and most of the Linux commands like ls, clear, Control L, ls, Control L, all of these actually work. Okay, so it's not too hard to shift over from say Linux to VS Code in this way. Okay, and VS Code going back to Vim with nerd3 and terminal, all of that should be okay. Okay, so the next thing, of course, with the VS Code is that you have IntelliSense and everything. So let's see. Okay, let's have this dim ABC as IXML. Okay, library selector. Okay, so I have IntelliSense. I have the Vim key bindings, which I can do shifting like this 2DD. It will all work. Okay, Control W also works, which saves the file. Okay, now I have my git command line here, which I can just run all the git status and everything. Git push, right? It will, okay, it will do things for me, and then actually GitHub actually integrates a bit nicer with Windows command line Git, because you don't have to keep putting that personal access token all the time. Okay, which you do for Linux. Okay, but other than that, yeah, this thing actually works pretty well. Okay, yeah, so this is how I got my .NET Core environment set up. Okay, of course, the most native, the best for Windows is still Visual Studio. Nothing can really beat that. Unless you're really hooked on Vim, then of course you can still use the Vim key bindings in Visual Studio. Not a problem. Okay, but yeah, for me, I still prefer terminal, full terminal usage. Yeah. So that's it. Hope this was helpful. This is just, yeah, this is just how to, if you really have to avoid Visual Studio at all costs and you want to try to do things the Linux way, the cross-platform way, this is how you do it. Okay, so thanks for watching. See you again. Bye-bye.